Okay, this is going to be my official DVD review of Glory by Honor 8, the final countdown in New York City. This took place back on September 26, 2009, and without a doubt, this is a lot of people are saying this is the best professional wrestling show of the year. I definitely think everyone needs to pick it up, and if you're new to Ring of Honor, it's a good show to start with because you're getting to see the farewell or the ending of two of the greatest, probably the two best, or yeah, probably two of the best wrestlers to ever grace ROH ring, and probably the future of mainstream wrestling as well. So it's definitely a good place to start, and it's probably one of the most well-rounded shows from top to bottom. And I have to say, personally, I will admit though, I think the live experience was a little bit better than the DVD experience. I know a lot of people are saying the opposite, but that's just me. I just thought live, it was a lot more. I just thought the fans were more into it. It was more intense live. Watching it on DVD with the commentary, you kind of get the feeling that it was a little bit too obvious that they take the commentary weeks after the show aired. So I would actually recommend watching it without the commentary and try to raise the volume of it. I think you'll probably enjoy the show a little bit more. But let's get right down to it. They started off the show with Rhett, Titus, and Colt Cabana, which was an excellent way to start off the show. Probably the weakest match on the card, but it was nice and fun, nice and short. It's just nice little warm-up match. I mean, I don't think anyone was expecting anything spectacular, so that's pretty much what it was. Dark City Fight Club versus Cheech and Chowdy. Now, the Dark City Fight Club really looked good here. They hit a lot of nice combination spots and really, really stiff stuff. And I thought the crowd loved this. This came off a little bit better live, actually. But yeah, Cheech and Cloudy, they looked okay. They didn't get to show a lot of what they could do, but this is very decent stuff. So the show really picked off once Claudio and Omega got underway. Claudio Castagnoli versus Kenny Omega. Probably the most underrated match of the year. Definitely check it out. New York City did not expect Claudio to pull off the torture rack airplane spin type of thing. And they went crazy for it. He pretty much did it through the whole Final Countdown tour, but when he did it here, the fans just went crazy. Him and Omega had a great match, better than their Final Battle 2008 match. Probably one of the most underrated mid-card matches of the year. So definitely check this out. Alright, so next up we get the Four Corner Survival match. We get Delirious, Sonjay, Dutt, Grizzly, Redwood, and Roderick Strong. ROH has done a lot of Fatal 4-Way matches in their history. This is probably not the best one they've ever done. There's a lot of ones that were better than this, but as far as like four guys that were strictly in the mid-card, this really accomplished a lot. This really exceeded expectations. I really did not expect this to be that good. I thought Roderick Strong, it's just a shame how he's wrestling in mid-card matches for all these big shows, because I definitely deserve it. I definitely think he deserves to be the ROH champion, so eventually he does. But yeah, he looked awesome here, and Grizzly, Redwood looked good. All four of these guys just looked great. Nice. Yeah, one of the best mid-card four-corner survivors I've seen. Probably not as good as the ROH title four-corner survivors that we've seen on HDNet. The Jerry Lynn one, and then recently we had the Austin Aries one where he retained. But as far as mid-card Fatal 4-Ways, I don't think you'll find one better than this all year long. So next up we had the Ladder War 2. We had American Wolves versus Kevin Steen and El Generico. Probably the feud of the year for Ring of Honor. It's just kind of like the blow-off match to the whole feud, and I wouldn't say it was necessarily far and beyond the best match of their series as you would expect it to be, because it was Ladder War 2, and they had a lot of pressure to deliver up to the expectations of Ladder War 1, which was nearly impossible. But I thought they did a pretty good job, considering how we had injuries coming into this match. Kevin Steen, he's battling weight problems and knee problems. And then you had Eddie Edwards, who fractured his elbow the night before. So really, they came into this match with a lot of tough predicaments. And they definitely rose to the occasion. They put on the best match that they possibly could have. There were some crazy spots in this match. It probably didn't flow as well as it probably should have. I'd probably say, the 7th anniversary show match, the Manhattan Mayhem match, probably featured better storytelling and maybe better wrestling. But as far as a great ladder match goes, this definitely lived up to expectations. And definitely check it out. Not as good as Ladder War 1, but I don't think anyone was expecting it to be. And I will say this. I probably think the show could have even been better. I probably get a lot of heat for this, but I think if it went on right before the main event of Bryan Danielson and Nigel McGuinness, I think the show probably would have been a lot better. because, you know, I think Eddie Kingston and Chris Hero had a tough time following this match. I think if there's anything that could have followed it, I think Bryan Danielson and Nigel could have done it. Even though there's intermission before Hero and Kingston, it was still very difficult to follow. But so I think they did a pretty good job, though. Now, as far as Hero and Kingston goes, it was an excellent match. I'm probably not as high on it as other people, but I'm really, Eddie Kingston is really growing on me. I think he's a very good wrestler, and obviously he's great on the mic. He speaks from the heart, and that's what I love about him. I love it when, as long as you speak from the heart, your promos will always be acceptable, even if you're not even good on the mic. That's just my opinion. But here, I think Eddie Kingston, he's not like Necro Butcher where he totally needs the hardcore environment to succeed. He can still put on a great match. Him and Hero had pretty good chemistry because you could feel the intensity, you could feel the hatred, and this match did a great job of setting up the fight without honor at Final Battle. But still, I mean, I'm still not as high on this match as other people are, but it was still an excellent little mid-card match. And but like I said, I still think that, you know, this match, it probably would have went a lot better if they didn't put this right after the ladder war too, because that was so tough. It's so tough to follow a ladder match like that. So next up we had Austin Aries and Petey Williams. These guys have a lot to be proud of. The match was very good. It only added to the show. Even though the Twinkies thing happened, it did give the match its own identity. So I will agree with that. You know, the thing about Petey Williams is he's a TNA guy. He really has not done shit for Ring of Honor in the past, and he really has not proven anything in Ring of Honor so far. So he's facing Ring of Honor's one of ROH's most important wrestlers of all time, Austin Aries. So a lot of the crowd really didn't give a shit about this match. Everyone pretty much wanted Aries to retain, even though they didn't really express that they did. But I'll give Aries a lot of credit. He really carried Petey to a great match. In my opinion, Petey really doesn't have much besides the Canadian Destroyer. But Aries wrestled an excellent match. He wrestled a very smart match, but at the same time, it was athletic enough to the point where you felt it was really exciting. And I really think they made a mistake. If Petey wasn't going to do anything else in Ring of Honor, I would have had Aries cleanly just beat him efficiently by making him tap out with the last chancery or pinning him with the 450 splash. Just putting a nice explanation point that Austin Aries was, without a doubt, by far the better wrestler in this match. So that's my only complaint with that, but still an excellent match. It only added to the card. So next up we had J. Mark Briscoe versus the Young Bucks. Excellent match. One of the best Briscoe matches we've seen in a long time. Still not on the same level as their classics from 2007, but this was definitely better than the match from Final Battle against the American Wolves. The Young Bucks, without a doubt, probably, along with the American Wolves, the most reliable tag team in wrestling right now. You give them 20 minutes, you're pretty much guaranteed at least a 4-star match, no matter who they're wrestling. And the Briscoes look great here. You know, I thought they looked fine. They wrestled more of the intense type of style here, more brawling type of style. They really didn't try to kill each other like they did, try to kill themselves like they did back in 2007. But still, check it out. Excellent match. You know, it went on pretty late in the show, so it was pretty challenging for them to go this late. But I thought both teams did a great job. All right, so next up we had Nigel McGuinness versus Bryan Danielson. Their final match, both men's final matches in ROH history. The farewell stuff really made the match a lot more special and emotional. So definitely check that out. But as far as this match goes, it was very good. I think Bryan Danielson and Nigel McGuinness, in the same class as Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and Ric Flair, Joe and Punk, Angle Benoit, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and The Rock. I mean, they have the same chemistry. You know, these two guys are just made to wrestle against each other. And for this match, they pretty much, it didn't have the type of heat that the Unified match had or the Driven match had. But these two guys really, they tried to combine all the elements into one here from all their classic matches, and I thought it worked pretty well. It was a pretty good story. Bryan Danielson was kind of playing the underdog, and yeah, he got busted open. They did some pretty good stuff. There was a lot of anticipation for the finish. Great counter wrestling, mixed with some great drama, and just an excellent match. You know, I wouldn't say it was their best match. I'd probably say maybe their third or fourth, maybe fifth best match. They've had better matches than this, but you know, they really could not top what they've done in the past. So you can't ask for anything more. They went out with a bang, They left it all in the ring. So that's pretty much it. Glory by Honor 8, the final countdown. Without a doubt, the best wrestling show of the year. Check it out. Please check it out. And if you're new to Ring of Honor, you definitely want. This is a great show to start with. Don't be hesitant about it. And trust me, you'll agree with everyone else doing this review. It's without a doubt the best wrestling show you'll see all year. All right.